And this last time you were there, you spoke about TMD, but the time you spoke there before that, you talked about PRF.
Well, and I talked about it this last time too, because I literally, it does not matter if someone asked me to talk about, gum disease, which no one ever would, I would talk about PRF. If they asked me to talk about, safety of crosswalks, I'm going to talk about PRF. So I throw in PRF to the end of every lecture, including like 30-minute ones to some prosthodontic academy. I'm like, oh, by the way, and so I always throw in PRF.
Well, after that one a couple years ago, I don't think I could walk 3 feet. Well, at the conclusion of your presentation, you told everyone to contact you and you would give them a PDF of your deck. And I couldn't walk 3 feet without someone accosting me and saying, what's his address? What's his email address? I've got to get that deck. I've got it. And then they would give me this, this roll call of people that they want to work with. So just here, you've got the floor. And I mean, what's going on with PRF? Why is it such a big deal to you?
So it's blowing my mind. So I've had a saying for a long time, which is there's a big difference between 20 years of experience and 1 year of experience repeated 20 times. And that was always one of my kind of pet peeves in the TMD world now again, this is not to take away anything from the great people that I stood on their shoulders. But when sleep came along, there were so many in the TMD field that were just kind of like, that's a fad. That doesn't really mean it. And those of us who were like, no way, man, this is a big deal. A ton of these people with TMJ problems have sleep apnea. You can't ignore it. And I saw these people sticking their head in the sand. Well, what happened? So that the long story short is a member of Spencer Study Club, who's a real dentist, as I call him, like Aaron is a real dentist, and he's doing all this cool stuff. And he's like, hey, Jamison, you got to check out this PRF stuff. I'm doing it for extraction sites and implants and all this stuff. And I'd lived through the period of what we called prolotherapy, which is still a thing. And prolotherapy in a nutshell is injecting like sugar water to get an immune response to help the body build back, right? And I was like, dude, yeah, prolotherapy didn't work. So I was like, whatever. And I just kind of blew him off. He just kept coming back. He's like, you really got to look at this. So finally I buy the book, Myron and Shokran's book, and I read through it. It's all about, using it in perio and implants and stuff like that. And I'm like, wow, this sounds amazing. Then I jump into the literature, and there was actually a surprising amount already out there, and it's all amazing. And like, okay, we got to start doing this. So then we start doing it. Okay, so this is the only thing ever in my career that I can say this. Everyone gets better. Okay, that's not something you would normally say. Everyone gets better. That's statistically exceedingly improbable. And then here's the even more exciting part. Everyone gets better, not dependent on who's doing it. Okay, so normally we have like, well, there's a certain people, in dental school, what they say is like, in your hands, you got to get the respect of the material, like all that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of that in dentistry where it's like, well, that person can do it, but no one else can.
Yeah.
And that sucks too. I hate stuff like that, where it's like, well, it works for this one person, but they can't teach anybody. So we've taught now, I would say 150 plus dentists, maybe 200, to perform PRF injections. And again, they are all giving the same reports of patients doing tremendously better. And the most exciting story, just a couple more seconds on this. My friend, and you guys know him too, Kevin Postal. I know you know him really well, Jason. He had a patient reach out to him. She had bilateral joint replacement already. Okay, she's got fake joints and she's in tremendous pain. And the reason she reached out to him is she can't afford the $150,000 to have the joints replaced, which is what the surgeon, and again, no knock on surgeons. I love surgeons. I'm just anti-surgery. I'm pro-surgeon, anti-surgery. And so I'm like, well, dude, try it out. As a matter of fact, I mean, geez, if she can't afford it, I'll pay for the treatment. I just want to know what happens. And so he gets her in, and I am happy to say she is, pain-free. Her range of motion is back to normal for somebody with joint replacement. They don't have lateral pterygoids anymore, so they can't open, 60 millimeters or anything. But this lady is over the moon. And we just have multiple now. My partner, Dr. Mangelson, he's treated now 3 people that were told their only hope was joint replacement. All 3 of those people are pain-free and no joint replacement, in their future. Exciting stuff.
Sleep matters.